everyone, this is Amy from Concord 9th, and I'm here to talk to you about the Triangle Turnabout stamp set. Now this stamp set is a really fabulous set because you get a lot of versatility from one stamp set. It's a large 6x6 background size set, and I'm going to show you how to quickly and easily make multicolored backgrounds like this one right here. So let's get started so you can see how to do this. Now, what we have found and we recommend is that you create a template or kind of sort of jig that you just keep with the stamp set and you can use over and over. So with that, I've just taken a piece of excess chipboard that came with one of some crafting product, and we've cut it to 6x6, and we have taken a line with just a ruler across. The important thing with the stamp set is it turns, hence the name Turnabout, on the center point axis. So that's what's really important, is that you find a center point and you have some alignment guides. Now once I've made my template, I can use it over and over again, and I'm going to show you how you actually stamp on your paper. So first, make your template. Next important part is to line up your stamp. Now you can certainly stamp this without using a stamp placement tool like the original Misty, but it is going to be a little bit trickier, so we definitely recommend pulling out your Misty to do this. Now when you line the stamp up, which I've already done to make sure I could do this, it's best if you're directly over it to see. Now there's a few key points that you're going to line up. Now there's a center triangle right here, and you're going to want to have the point of that triangle line up to the middle of your guide. Once you have that lined up, you're going to look at all four corners. On these two corners up here, there's triangles, and the point is going to go right up against your line. And then on this corner down here, there's a triangle, and the line actually goes through the center of the triangle, and same with this one over here. Once you have your stamp in hand, you'll really be able to see how these triangles line up with your guide. So once your center point and all four corners have been lined up, and your stamp is on your Misty, now you're going to add in your paper. Now you could just stamp without a guide if you wanted, and stamp a 6x6 inch piece and line up your stamp to the center of the paper the same way, but most of the time you need something smaller. A lot of times you're using more of a card front size. So you can cut your paper, this is a card front size paper, and you're going to put it on your jig. Now it really doesn't have to be centered, it just needs to be straight, because as we turn, we're actually going to turn the whole jig. But I'm going to get it as close to center as possible, but I could really put it anywhere. If it was straight, I could put it in the corner, as long as I keep it on this jig and the jig forms that full square, so the center point of the jig is always turning at the same point. Now from here, I'm going to ink it up, and I'm going to show you how to do the 4 different layers, but you can stop at any point if you want more open white space. You don't have to stamp all 4 colors. So first I'm going to stamp what was kind of a grayish color. I really love this color as a neutral. It's so pretty. So I'm just going to ink that up, and then I'm going to stamp right down on my paper. Now my jig's going to get a little bit inked, but that's alright as long as my paper gets it. That's what's most important. So we'll see how that looks. Okay. One thing I didn't say is when you glue down your paper, you're going to want to make sure you use some sort of temporary adhesive so that you can get it off without ripping. It's just there to aid you in the stamping. You do want to make sure that you clean really well between layers so you don't get muddied looking colors. You want nice, clean, crisp colors. So we'll clean up the stamp. Now this is the important part, and this is where the turnabout comes in. Rotating my entire 6" by 6" piece that the stamp was aligned to the center, I'm going to rotate, and you can go clockwise or counterclockwise. As long as every time you rotate you go the same direction, you won't have an issue. I'm going to move to my second color now. I'm going to ink that up. Now I've got a few colors that are tonal colors, and I'm going to go from light to dark just in case I don't get all the ink off. Then it won't mess anything up. So if you're using colors like that, always start with your light. You don't have to clean quite as well. So I'm going to just stamp that down. Again, whoops, I got my magnet kind of in the way. Okay, that one's a little too close too. Just to make sure, I'm just going to put a little more ink on there. Okay. So we're going to stamp that down. So at this point you could stop. You've got kind of just a really cool kind of geometric pattern that's got some open white space. You could use that as a background, but I'm going to keep turning it and do a few more colors. So look how nicely that lines up. So again, I'm going to rotate in the same direction that I did the first time. I'm going to make sure it's secured down again. I'm going to clean my stamp. As I said, I'm going with a tonal color that's a little darker, so I don't have to clean it quite as well. Moving on to my third color. So this will be the third color I'm laying down to fill in even more of the white space and add a little darker bit. And we will put that out of the way. And we're going to stamp down. Line that up. Okay, beautiful. Okay, we're going to clean the stamp again. So I'm going to add a fourth color. So really you can see once you get it all lined up and you just keep turning, it really is a fun, easy way to create your custom colored backgrounds with as much or as little white space as you want. So we'll turn it again, make sure it's up in the corner. I don't think my last one was quite all the way in the corner, so it wasn't perfect, but that's all right. And now I'm going to add in some black to kind of help modernize it and give it some grounding. It'll be really pretty. So this is my fourth and final stamp, so I'll put that down. See how it looks. Perfect. So I'll pull this one on again that was done and that's already off the jig. You can see how quick and easy it was to build this background right here. So just triangle turnabout every time. You're going to turn your paper, not your stamp, when you're using the original Misty, and you can create fun and custom backgrounds. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you love this product as much as we do. You can see it in our shop at concord9th.com. If you're not following us on Instagram, make sure that you do so you can see fun project ideas using this stamp and all of our other products. Thanks guys, have a great day.